It's 3rd of October and it's German Reunification Day. And what a better way to start the day than to be in front of the Brandenburg Gate, which has symbolically grown to become the symbol of Germany's reunification. Remember that after the Second World War, Germany was split into four parts. One part went to the Soviet victors of the war, and the other parts went to France, England, and America, respectively. But the three parts of the Western Alliance were administered together, which formed the Federal Republic of Germany of the time. And then the eastern part, of course, formed what became known as the German Democratic Republic, which was totally not democratic because it was a communist state, kind of developing in Germany, a communist dictatorship. But then on this same day, 3rd of October, mark the date, 3rd of October, the country reunited thanks to good architectural work, good political work and lobby work from actors such as Helmut Kohl, from the will of German people to reunite and all of that. But I don't want to end it there because, as I say, history never exists in abstraction. I want to reflect on the fact that if artificial borders like this German one could be reconstructed and destroyed so that the borders don't exist and Germany becomes one country about 50, 60 years later, then how about other areas where these artificial borders exist but are even older? I want to think about the artificial borders in Africa, which were maybe drawn up here in Berlin, I want to think about the fact that till this day, the African countries find it so difficult to unite in many ways, to integrate in many ways, even if their borders are really fake. I want to even think about my own country, where you have the English part of Cameroon and the French part of Cameroon, which most often imagine themselves as very, very, very separate in identity and stuff like this, on identities that were not done by them. But I cannot also do this in abstraction. I want to look around and see what is going on around here. This is a very strategic location in Berlin. On my right hand, you have the American embassy. So Americans really located themselves in the heart of German politics. On my left hand, you have the French embassy. And then, of course, you have the very fancy Adlon Hotel, which is one of Germany's most famous hotels. Adlon Hotel, if you remember that famous video from the 80s, where Michael Jackson was shaking the child out of the window to paparazzis, it was from this very hotel. This is Berlin's most fancy hotel. But what is going on behind me, you have very pro-nationalist kind of Reich loyal protests going on, the people who desire to see a very nationalist form of Germany, of course, something which I don't really agree with. But of course, Germany is a country of freedom of expression. You can say anything you want, which is one of the things I love about this country. People who see that wish for strong nationalism and the rebirth of the German Empire,